everyone. Welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sofubi world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Ben Pierce.
And we are here today for episode 18, which we have entitled
Barely Legal.
Emphasis on the bear part.
Bear.
So if you guys know, our logo happens to be two bears that look like us, designed by the one and only JC Rivera.
Or if you're a purveyor of the internet, this means nothing that you're used to searching for.
Yeah, so barely legal. That is us. But first off, for the show, we want to thank our sponsors. As always, Strange Cat Toys,
Martian Toys,
Gallery F,
and Best Store and Best Online Store as voted by the public through the Designer Toy Awards 2016, Rotofugi.
Congrats, guys. But they are actually having a sale. So if you're watching this show right now, through October 16th, if you use the code THANKS15 at checkout, you will receive 15% off your order.
Which by this point is dwindling down, but you still have a couple good days once this is posted.
Yeah, so make sure to head over to rotofugi.com and enter the code. Get yourself some toys on a discount. So it was a big weekend in toys. New York Comic-Con. Looks like it was a lot of fun. Our field correspondent took a lot of photos. A lot of you thought we were actually there.
You mean we weren't there? I was there.
I wasn't there.
Oh, I was just wandering the streets.
Yeah, so we also had the Designer Toy Awards put on by Clutter Magazine. Lots of great toys got honored. Claps all around, people. We had Toy of the Year. What do you think? Abominable Snow Cone.
I thought that came out the previous year.
No, it came out last year. Good toy.
That's what I thought of it. So,
well, I mean, it's 2015. Yeah. So, so I liked it. I'm happy to see Jason and Martian Toys. They executed a great toy with a lot of competition. So I think they did well. I'm happy to say that is the toy of the year. So, but it looked like everybody was having a great time. Those events, there was also Death Volt's Mutant Vinyl Hardcore's new gallery opening. Looks like that was a lot of fun.
Which we were not at again.
Yeah, we weren't at it again. But a lot of good stuff this weekend. So if you happen to be in the East Coast, it was a big weekend. If you were in the Midwest like us, it's kind of a normal weekend.
We got stuck.
This episode is fueled by the Dayton Beer Company.
Specifically, the Broken Trolley Blonde Ale, which is 5.3% alcohol by volume.
Way to read off the can.
So something you can have several of and still be able to do a podcast.
Yeah, so if you happen to be in the Dayton, Ohio area, make sure to check out the Dayton Beer Company. They are downtown. They have beers from all kinds of places all over Ohio, so it's a very fun place.
And while you're there, you can go Pokemoning.
Oh yeah, you can go Pokemon going right there. So we're going to move into toy news though. First up on the list, the Gorelords Mutant Death Match Figures, which is a minifigure series designed by Violence Toy. Features a total of 12 figures sold in 4 3-packs. So each of the 4 packs features 3 designs. They stand approximately 2 inches tall, and they come in multiple colors, or you can own them in flesh. And they're $12 per pack. Or if you buy all 4 packs together, they will get you a deal of $40 for the packs. And you can grab those at violencetoys.com. If you're a collector of OMFG or any of those kind of minifigure series, these fit right in with them and look really, really cool. So if you're a fan of minifigures or like the Kaiju Sofubi type monsters, cool stuff.
Hot off the DTA award for Best Blank, Huck Gee released today, and most of them are sold out by now, the 15-inch and the 7-inch blank skullhead figures. So it's worth covering, even if they're sold out. Yeah. Sorry you missed them. Not our fault. Yeah, and for the 15-inch resin, it's $225, which, I mean, that isn't really that bad for something that massive. So, yeah. And a figure that's really cool. I mean, it's a cool little figure. Hopefully I can get my hands on one of those at some point. Next up, we have information coming from Dr. A and Toy Art Gallery. The Mandrake Root Midas edition will be releasing on Friday, October 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the first, count it first, number 1,
painted edition of the figure, which you may remember released last year at DesignerCon. This one features like gold, red, and black, and there's some rubs on there, and it's got a lot of detail on the figure. The cost is $85 a piece, and you can pick those up at shop.toyartgallery.com this Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's kind of cool to see a Dr. A piece that's not necessarily just
the Mectronics.
Yeah, or robots or any of those kind of things. It's just a weird looking root. So make sure to grab it if you're a fan of soft vinyl or Dr. A. Next piece of little toy news I got is coming from Paul Kaiju. He has teased a new colorway of the Hyper Kraken, which is his Kraken head on a new body designed to create the whole figure. We were told that a lottery info will be coming soon. So that's why we went ahead and talked about this in the episode, because it's probably going to drop before our next episode. So we just wanted to make sure we let you know. To keep up with the latest info, you can check out urbanvinyldaily.com or follow at Paul Kaiju on Instagram. So hopefully you'll grab those details. Looks like a really cool figure and a really cool paint job that he's put on it. So look for that to be coming soon.
So next we're going to swing into arts and events. As you could tell, following NYCC, light on the toy news, but everyone has what is still available from NYCC in their shop. So go look at the store's websites and see if you can find what you want.
Yeah, like Clutter, Tenacious Toys, Martian Toys, Art Wino had some stuff.
Toy Tokyo.
My Plastic Heart. They're all going to be dropping their leftover pieces. So make sure to check out those sites, and you better do it quick because I'm sure most of them are starting to pop up now.
And don't forget DKE.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. He doesn't really release things online, though. So I don't know if you'll be able to get those. Maybe just email him.
Figure out a way.
Yep.
So first up is a Kickstarter. See, beer's already getting to me. Kickstarter related news. It's Bernie Wrightson Cycle of the Werewolf Kickstarter that is now live and is being put together by Nakatomi Inc., which, as some of you may remember, is Tim Doyle, who did all the stuff that we've covered in the past. So some of the rewards include shirt, calendar, and a portfolio of prints of, I think there are 12 in that portfolio. So we'll post the link and you can go support and see if you like it.
Yep. And next up, we have a pre-order for a new book. It's called 11 Spring. So this book is commemorating the 10th anniversary of the December 2006 event called 11 Spring. This event, and if you think 2006, this was a while ago, and street art wasn't quite as big as it is today, I guess you would say.
Someone could contend it's always been big, but now it's commercial.
Yeah, now it's commercial. So at the time, the fact that they gathered over 100 street artists to come in and do a 3-day event was a pretty landmark thing. So this book is commemorating that event, which took place again in December of 2006 and featured people like the London Police and Shepard Fairey.
December 6th. I bet that was in Bismarck, North Dakota.
No.
Maine?
No. I believe it was in New York somewhere.
Still cold.
Yeah. So anyway, the book is currently available for pre-order from Wooster Collective for $34.99, which is a discount from the actual list price, which will release November 1st, 2016. And it's $39.99 if you go over to like Amazon and order it.
Depending on where you're from, that might be Worcester as well.
Yeah, Worcester. It's Worcester. Wooster Collective.
Worcester.
So if you want to grab that for the $34.99 in the pre-order, make sure to head over to worcestercollective.myshopfly.com and look for that to start shipping around November 1st, which is the release date.
A weekly wrap-up would not be complete without pin news. So get ready for it. Kano recently showed off 3 pins that he's working on. No release details, though with a month before DCon and him having his own booth, that may be where you find his new pins.
That's our only clue as to where you might get them. They look really cool, though. I like the uses of color, and his style kind of lends itself really well to pins because he tends to have like block-in color in spaces. So I think that one's going to turn out pretty good. Next up in pin news is that Greg Mishka now has his twerp pins.
Oh, didn't we talk about those last week? Are they even better now?
No, they're just available.
Oh.
So they were available at New York Comic Con, but now he has the leftovers and he's selling them directly on his Instagram and Facebook. So you'll have to go to check out at Greg Mishka on Instagram, or if you're friends with him on Facebook, and you just email him or IM him or whatever, and he'll tell you the directions on how to get it. But they're $12, includes the shipping anywhere in the US, 15 if you're international. So pretty cool little pin. If you want it for your collection, go buy it.
Do it. Next up is a show it's kind of interesting, actually. Copro Gallery is doing a Best Friends Painted Pets. So the premise of that is they have a handful of artists that are opening up to commissions, and they subsequently go into this show. So you can have artists like Luke Chu. You can buy the commission, send him a picture, and from what we can kind of guess is there'll be a bear figure with your pet. So if you have a pet snake, it may be choking out the bear. Pet alligator may be eating the bear.
What if you got a pet ferret?
Pet ferret may be ferreting up in the bear.
What about a parrot?
Parrot may be like squawking and asking for crackers.
Okay, Luke, there's all the inspiration you need.
Or like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
It'll be a blind bear with a taped on parrot.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
But anyway, there's a handful of artists. We obviously just picked on Luke. But you can go to the Copro Gallery page, website, and it'll tell you to contact Copro, and they'll give you the details of if different sizes of the paintings are available and how to do it.
Yeah, and it's a cool way to get kind of like a customized piece for your collection from some fairly large names. So.
Since obviously the artist needs some time to be doing it if the show's to be from December 10th through the 31st.
Yep. So if you're a fan of that, make sure to check it out. Next up on the event news is this. Wootbear has invited Junko Mizuno for an in-store signing. It'll take place on October 22nd from 6 to 9 p.m. And there'll be an exclusive print that is sized 8 inch by 11 inch. And the design is also going to be put on a t-shirt. So they're $30 each, but if you buy them as a bundle, $50.
Ooh.
So it looks like a fun little event. Wootbear does a good job bringing in lots of people to come and sign and have little in-store things. So should be a really fun time. If you're in the area, make sure to stop in, check it out.
So next, back to Luke Chu is a little bit of blast from the past, since this news, like the show opened up last week, but it missed our last week's weekly wrap-up. So Luke Chu showed off his Broken Heart Tezuka painting for the Gallery Nucleus Osamu Tezuka show. And so his portrait is of Astro Boy. And so that entire show is around those characters and closes on October 23rd. So a little bit of blast from the past, but show's still going on.
Yeah, it's still a cool piece. That didn't change.
Yep.
So next up is some news coming to us from South Korea.
The better of the two Koreas.
So Everyday Monday Gallery is hosting a new show called Girl Scouts. And it features new works by the artist Yang Cool. Yeah. So the event will take place on October 15th and will feature an opening reception taking place from 7 to 10 p.m. And it's the artist's first solo show in Korea. So that's a pretty cool event. And the pieces themselves, like she does a lot of like bright colors with like high contrast and things. It's really cool looking. And from the press release, we tried to gather some more information. It appears that there's some sort of porcelain item that we'll show a photo of that's also going to be available at the event. But the press release was in like a mix of Korean and English, and we weren't able to decipher some of the news, but we still wanted to share it because it's a cool looking thing. And
we understood the Korean part, just not the English part.
Yeah, that's probably where we struggled the most. But if you happen to be in South Korea, Seoul to be exact,
down at the very bottom,
make sure to check it out. I mean, it looks like a really fun show. And from what we gather from the press release, she's a really well-renowned artist in South Korea, which I had never heard of her, but she does really cool looking stuff. So if you're in the area, check it out.
So it looks like I'm rounding out this episode if I'm the one with the last episode stuff. So October 15th, Los Angeles, 3D Retro, Crayola. Those things have in common the I Am Scared world premiere event. So at the event, there will be the Stare Monster, which is the newest figure from Crayola. It'll be first released in the Midnight Edition colorway, where you can buy it at 3D Retro. They'll also be having a raffle for a Crayola painting.
Ooh.
So chances are those tickets cost a little bit of money, but spending $50 to get a painting that I think is upwards of several $1,000s would be well worth your money.
The real question is, can I enter from my house? I don't think I can, but Ben, let me enter from my house.
What if he holds it until we go to Designer Con and then we have to figure out a way to get it back?
I'd figure that out.
Exactly. It's well worth the figuring out. So, last piece of news comes from Flower Pepper Gallery. It is the I Wish I Had Friends Like That. Kind of sad, but it opens on the 15th, which is this coming weekend, and closes on November 15th. And it is being curated by Amy Van Gilder. That's all we know.
That's all we know. Cool little flyer, but that's all we know.
That's all we know.
If you happen to be there in beautiful Pasadena, California, make sure to stop in this weekend at Flower Pepper Gallery and say hi. Check out the cool pieces that are on the wall. They always make sure to gather a very cool group of people to be involved in their shows. So if you happen to be in the area, check it out. But that's kind of the end of the episode. We have some Luna news.
Do we?
Luna.
Banana fana fafuna. My
So Luna departed Hong Kong. So
sayonara.
All the Lunas have been packed up and put in a shipping container, and they're making their way across the Pacific.
I'm on a boat.
So they're supposed to arrive in the city of Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
On October 24th, and barring any issues in customs, they should be at our distributor's warehouse on October 28th.
Ooh.
So that means we are very close to being able to ship things to you. So once they get to our distributor's warehouse, we have to basically break off the ones that need to come and be shipped out to you.
To you.
So there's going to be, if it gets there on October 28th, give us a couple of weeks before they get to us, and then we will start shipping in November. So
hopefully you'll have them before Christmas.
They'll have them before Christmas, unless they're like overseas somewhere. They might take a little longer.
We're just saying Christmas present.
Yeah, so we're a little behind. We had hoped to have them out to you in October, but as we've talked about before on this show, we really, really worked hard to make sure that these came out exactly how the bots wanted them to be. And that took a little bit more time than we had expected. So
all for perfection.
So it's all for hopefully getting you a great product that you will enjoy for many years to come, and represents the bots artwork as best as we, as a first-time toy producer, could possibly
and
have
as
done,
their first
and more.
Production.
Yeah, and more, because I'm really, really impressed with what we did. I'm not just talking myself up, because not saying we didn't know what we were doing, but this was the first time we'd ever
But
did
in spite of the fact, we did a very good job.
There you go. So we can't wait to get these out to you guys, and we really hope that you will share with us your thoughts once you get them. So make sure to tweet at us at Urban Vinyl Daily, Instagram at us at Urban Vinyl Daily.
And if you think they suck, tell us in private.
Yeah, email us at urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com. But just let us know. We really, really want to hear what you guys think once you guys get them in hand. So I guess we'll just go through the normal plugs, even though we did some of them.
So does this mean I should email you now that I have it in hand right here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'll just delete it.
Like always. You never listen to me.
So if you're sitting at home and you think, man, I'd really like to keep up with Urban Vinyl Daily more,
boy, would I like to.
Head over to urbanvinyldaily@urbanvinyldaily.com, and you can keep up with our latest and greatest news and updates about designer toys, art, street art, and more. If you want to keep up with our daily antics, which is a more personal look at our lives, you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Urban Vinyl Daily. This past weekend, you would have seen wonderful shots coming from NYCC or Death Volts, or in upcoming weeks, Designer Con. So if you aren't following us on Instagram, make sure to do that. If you want to send us an email to ask us a question or give us a suggestion about something that we're not covering, like your own personal artwork, make sure to cover or head over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com.
Or just to talk to us. We're very personable people.
Yeah, you could just talk to us. You could do that too. Send it over to urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com and we'll get back to you.
Remember, not Facebook.
Yeah, not Facebook. But you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/urbanvinyldaily. That's a good way to keep up with our latest posts. We're just not terribly good at communicating from there.
The messenger's not very good. So.
Yeah, that's true. From a page, it's not very good. You want to follow our videos? Check us out at Urban Vinyl Daily over on YouTube. You want to follow us on iTunes? Check us out at Token Nerd Network on iTunes.
What about Stitcher?
Yeah, Stitcher's Token Nerd Network as well. So lots of good places to pick us up.
What about Podbean?
Token Nerd Podcast, I believe is what it is on Podbean. So we're all over the place these days, doing all kinds of things. If you want to keep up with us, again, the best place to go is urbanvinyldaily.com, and you can find everything that we do all on that hub. So,
and our site sponsors.
Yeah, make sure to, if you're going to buy something, go over, check out our sponsors. They're a great way to pick up toys, add to your collection, original artwork, and more.
And if you are jealous of our sponsors and you want to be a sponsor, let us know.
urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com.
Size extra large on the t-shirts.
Yeah, if you want to give us a t-shirt like this nice Outsmarts original from Arson.
Or Nathan Hamill.
Hit us up. But anyway, I think that wraps it up. It was a good week for NYCC, good week for news. If you have something for us, let us know. But as always, I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
Have a great designer toy day. Hey everyone, this is Travis Likens from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at Token_Nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.